What's good? What's good? I have heard people talking about how cities are a failed social experiment, to which I partially agree and partially disagree, which is how I feel about most things. There is a yin and a yang that can be found within everything. With the industrial and technological revolutions, we created these monstrous monuments of modernity. The city with skyscrapers and elaborate railways and shitty bridges. Shout out West Seattle. Anywho, came with them the conquering of the material world around us. And for longer than we have been comfortable as a people, we have been uncomfortable. Our history of struggle to survive is long. The age of reason, the Enlightenment era, modernity is a sliver of time in human history. But as we've seen with the growth of most technologies and innovation, there is an exponential curve. And somewhere between the technological and industrial revolution, socially as creatures, we got caught up in the wave and we became disconnected from our planet. We became disconnected from our communities. We became disconnected from ourselves. We can spend all day and night blaming different isms for the roots of our issues, but ultimately it is an individual battle. As we begin to build the new earth that was going to require millions of individual revolutions, I think we're going to see a de-urbanization of our lands and cities. We have built a lot of the infrastructure that we need to communicate, to navigate, to coordinate, to connect regions and continents. Now it is time to use this infrastructure to raise the standard of living for everyone across the globe. And I'm not talking about communism. I'm talking about consciousness. A conscious individual has agency of mind. A conscious individual knows how they can contribute to this world. A conscious individual takes care of themselves and accepts self-responsibility. That is why this potential de-urbanization of the new earth is a good thing, because having an acre or two of land is all that someone needs. You can do a lot on an acre or two of land. And of course, this is regional. So in the desert, you are going to be doing something completely different than on a coast. But the point is that humans for thousands of years have survived regionally and in alignment with the planet and sometimes each other. Tribalism is, I would say, embedded within our genes, unfortunately. that is another aspect of the elevation of the collective consciousness that we are to undertake, is to accept that tribalism is a part of our past, and it is still something that drives us potentially on a deep psychological level, but it is something that we can recognize and consciously overcome. That is what love, compassion, grace, and community are all about in the new earth. Self responsibility, accountability, not just accountability to yourself, but accountability to your community. And there's a reciprocal relationship there. A thriving community has the ability to support those who are struggling. I did a reading earlier, or go back on my channel and look for the Black Elk Speaks reading. I facetiously or troll named it The Sexism and Patriarchy of Black Elk Speaks, but I don't believe that's the case. It's just the clickbait, I acknowledge. Um, but they talk about how the better warriors see it as an honor to share their kills with the less fortunate. And a thriving community, it's not a burden for those who have more to help those who have less. But we're not a thriving, healthy, conscious community. And so as the divide gets bigger and as people become more and more stressed, it is just dividing the population. And the more divided a people are, the easier they are to control. And so, as we work to bring about the elevation of the collective consciousness to usher in the new earth, I ask that you seek to introspect about how you can contribute, whether you have land that you can share with people, or you have resources where you can help people obtain land, or whatever you can do. It's going to take a group effort to accomplish this monumental task, but it is going to be so worth it, because the new earth is going to be full of love, light, compassion, art. It's not going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's going to be the yin to the yang of these crazy times that we're experiencing. But these times are setting the stage for the future. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.